Yay, more character customization. Now, when I played Dark Souls 2 on the Xbox 360, I didn't edit my class because I just really couldn't be bothered, so I walked around. Well, I was about to say looking like this guy, obviously I had armour on and stuff, but the hair and the face, which doesn't really look like me. So, here are the classes. The Warrior, Battle-Scarred Warrior, high strength and dexterity, skilled with weapons. The Knight, high HP and adaptability, tough to take down. The Swordsman, finely skilled swordsman, fights gracefully with strong weapons in both hands. Each one of those, by the way, gets a life gem, which is a secondary healing item to the main one that we'll find out about in a second. The Bandit, a merciless outlaw, high dexterity, skilled with bow, fights well at various ranges. The Cleric, a cleric on pilgrimage, high faith and miracles guide the way. And then there you get your first miracle, which is heal. The Sorcerer, knowledgeable sorcerer, casts sorceries with high intelligence and attunement. You get a soul arrow, which is just your basic projectile. The Explorer, well-travelled explorer, not terribly powerful but has many items. As you can see there, he comes with his own ring, and a bunch of other different items. Pardon me, that we'll get to before long. And last but not least, the Deprived, the unclothed unclothed origin unknown, has nothing to fight with except life-affirming flesh. Now, if you wonder what's the point of the Deprived, he starts off with like base level stats for everything. Like the stats are there in the bottom right, you can see them. But when we get to leveling up, I'll detail them more. Right, I'm gonna go with the Knight just because he's the best looking he's got the best armour of them all, and he's got the best weapon, that's for... Yeah, you can choose your gift. The Life Ring, which didn't actually work in Dark Souls 2, like the original version, so it might work here, but I don't want to try. Human Effigy is a humanity, and if you played Dark Souls 1, you know what a humanity does, but if not, I'll explain that later on as well. The Healing Wares just gives you extra healing items. Homeward Bone lets you return to the bonfire, and bonfires are checkpoints in this game, but again, get to that later. Seed of a Tree of Giants, seed grown from a Tree of Giants, inedible. That is a PvP item, which is of no use to us, so... A Bonfire Aesthetic. Toss into a bonfire to raise the strength of nearby foes, only for those who seek greater challenges. Basically, just increase the difficulty of your area, nothing. And Petrified Something. Simple petrified lump. It may be of some use someday. I'm going to choose Petrified Lump, because I know what I'm supposed to be doing with it. And, I'm gonna go to body, gender, male, build. Don't want to be fat, but I think that one works. Physique. I would be lying if I said I was. Homeland. Palest one, naturally. Hey, ooh. I don't know, this one's probably the closest to my hair. All that. Yeah, that one. Hair colour. Also, that's a where was it? That is a disgusting colour, I'm sorry, but no. I think that's quite close. With the rest of this, I don't think I'm going to screw about with too much. Yeah, that looks alright. After all, this is Craggle Rock, this isn't Creek, but... Is this your true self? It's as close as I'm going to get.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
And so we begin again as the fully formed Crack Rock, and we just got a trophy there, recollection. So Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin. It comes with all 3 of the DLCs of the original game, more players in PvP, and it gives us... well, it changes up where items are and enemies are, as I mentioned before. So that's usually when you start a new game, when you got the DLCs, it would just give you the keys to the DLC doors automatically. However, in this version, the keys are in different places, and I only know where one of them is. So that'll be fun to explore. Anyways, go upstairs, have a loot around. Chest here, if you destroy chests when the items are in, it'll just turn into rubbish, and you can't really do much with rubbish. There, human effigy gives another humanity. In case you also, just to explain a couple of mechanics of the game, you see now, if you look in the top left, that we've got a full health bar. Before, we only had half the health bar, and we were a very sickly green colour. This is a hollowing. We, the playable character, are the chosen... actually, we're the cursed undead. All undead are cursed, but we are known as the cursed undead. Basically, some characters are undead, that when they die, they don't truly die, they start to gradually hollow. And what we saw there was like a full hollow. Like, we had half the health, our face was all disgusted, and our features are like drooping. Within the context of the world, when you fully hollow, you become into a mindless zombie thing. Obviously, they couldn't have that for the player because you need to play the character. The storyline of this game, as far as we know, so far, is we are an undead. We ended up in the Things Betwixt by jumping through that portal in the intro cutscene, which is never explained at all in the game. You just gotta interpret what happened. But we are here to find a cure for the curse. Those ladies, the ones in the red, think we can't do it, so it's time to prove them wrong by getting her ass beat by the Hungry Hippo over here. I don't know the name of this enemy, I'm sorry. I think it's an ogre, but don't hold us to that. Oh god, it's been a while since I've played Dark Souls. And I'm used to playing Bloodborne, so the speed of the roll is absolutely ridiculous change. Oh god, that's gonna... Yeah, you'll see in the bomb. That is where and I'm dead. First death of Dark Souls 2. And the cheeky git give you a trophy. This is Dark Souls, to die for the first time. Brilliant. And here we are back in the beginning, because we haven't activated any bonfires yet, so I'm going to reuse this and hopefully I don't die again. I'm just going to go... There's no point trying to collect my bloodstain because I don't have any souls to collect. But I will run it and get the item that he's guarding. If it's the same one I think it is, it might be useful for early game. I'm not sure, I didn't really use it that much in my original playthrough. That was somebody who led the ogre to the wall and tried shooting him with a bow and arrow. A popular tactic for enemies you just can't beat properly. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to get this item, I've just... Alright, change of plans, I will come back for that item at a later date, because right now it's not worth it. It's not worth it later on either, but I want the item. Go in here. As they said, we will trot along to the kingdom. This is a bonfire. Yeah, it gives you a checkpoint. And in this game, unlike Dark Souls 1, you can walk between bonfires. Right now, the only one we've activated is the thing, and the one Things Betwixt is the Firekeeper's Dwelling. As we progress through the game, there will be more and more bonfires. But for now, there's only just the one, so we can't do it. Pick up this item here. Soul of a Lost Undead. And souls are the currency in this game, and They also help you level up, so that's a cool, interesting change. This is the tutorial area of Things Betwixt. Now, I'm just going to run through here quickly because I'm pretty sure there's new enemies and items, but just to be honest, I need to get reacquainted with Dark Souls 1 because I've been playing way too much Bloodborne. It's so much faster and like the roll here compared to Bloodborne. It's quite the change. Anyways, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, is making use of the PlayStation 4's advanced system by making the lighting all really cool. Look at that. Particles. It's great. Out here, you see another one of the ogres. And a coffin. And we'll see that coffin later on. This is where the game introduces you to the core mechanic of backstabbing. You walk up to an enemy quietly. Try not to miss like that. And then it'll get you in for an instant kill like that. Go up here. Another item. The dagger. Won't be using that. Maybe it's like a side thing. So I didn't get hit. Oh well. And then this one in the corner that's sneak up on you if you're unfastened. So obviously don't do that. Yeah, I should have been reading these left and right. You know, switch your equipment. Haven't got anything in my other hand, so I'm not really switching anything in this hand, I'm not doing. If you wonder what up is, that's where you cycle through your spells or miracles, depending on what sort of class you choose. And in the bottom you scroll through your usable items, and I don't have any available. Oh, well, I have the life gems, but that's it. Stamina management is something you're going to want to do, because early on in the game you don't have a whole lot of stamina. And the enemies will capitalise on your lack of stamina by beating your ass. Now we get one extra life gem. Rolling in the money here. Let's get out here. Move camera. Thanks, game. Nope. I'll get.
Give us move. Yes, you. Give us Silky.
Right, despite the fact there's not actually anyone here, it's just a nest. Here is Dino and Tilla. They are birds, and since they are birds, they want something smooth and something silky, and we just so happen to have that here. So we'll drop that for them.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Silky smooth.
They seem to like that. And we'll pick this up. A Divine Blessing, that is a healing item. And the longer you stand here, they just keep asking for smooth and silky things. However, we can also drop the Petrified Something. And that'll give us pretty sure it'll give us quite a decent item. Don't know what it'll be yet. The Channeler's Trident, that is probably the rarest weapon in the game. So that was quite a lucky draw. Unable to use this item effectively with the current stats. Yes. That is the Dance of the Channelers, and the Channelers were an enemy in Dark Souls 1 even, sorry. Now, we don't need to do that now. Kick this ladder. Oh, I've already kicked it down.